I'm sorry. Tennessee Ernie Ford is joined by Lee Greenwood, Shirley Jones, Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers, Marilyn McCoo and Julie Manners, and it's a musical salute to America celebrating our cities, regions, and states. So for the next 2 hours or so, we'll be able to sit back and enjoy that, and it's well worth supporting. Think about, first of all, where you could find them all together, even if you wanted to go and see them, and then how much it would cost you. It would certainly be more than a basic membership in KQED, and we're able to bring you this kind of variety of programming each and every day, 365 days a year. It's certainly a fine reason to call up and become a member. The phones seem to be dying down a little bit, and that's fine. If you're sitting back and enjoying the program, remember we will be here. We're going in about 1 minute. It's a wonderful program, so sit back and enjoy it. But before you do that, why don't you make a telephone call to 864-1100 or the toll-free number and say, count me in. I would like to become a supporter and not just a viewer of KQED. That's what we do during these winter festivals and during our regular pledge festivals. We come to you and we suggest, why don't you call up and support? If you're sitting back, you've chosen to watch us, then why not take it a step further? Choose to support us also. Become one of the 1 out of 7 people who are already members. You'll have a great deal of satisfaction knowing that you are a supporter. Again, the basic membership is only $35. You can see in 28 seconds we are going to Tennessee Ernie Ford's America, and we want you to enjoy it, and I bet you'll feel a lot better if you sit back and become a member now.
No, that's true, and I've seen a little preview of this Tennessee Ernie Ford show, and it really is a salute to America and a whole tribute as we've come to expect from Tennessee Ernie Ford, and he's done a couple of other specials for KQED.
Right.
So whether you saw those or certainly as you appreciate this one, the volunteers will be here. We'll be back during an intermission, but give us a call and say this is the kind of programming you support, 864-1100.
Tennessee Ernie Ford's America is made possible in part by this station, which depends largely on viewer contributions. Please join with your support.
What's all these people doing in my room? Oh, hi there. I'm Tennessee Ernie Ford. While you're here, we all know the old saying, no news is good news. So sit down because I have some news for you. Actually, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that your public television station wants to continue providing you with diverse and exciting programs. The bad news is that they don't have enough money to do that. It's up to you to keep the good news good. Call your local public television station today. Pledge your support now.
Thank you, Tennessee Ernie Ford. We couldn't have said it any better ourselves, nor could we have presented a terrific program like this without the support of many of the folks here, because this program is produced with membership dollars. Hi, I'm John Loder, Director of Special Events here at KQED, and this, as I say, is a program, as you saw with Tennessee Ernie Ford speaking there about public broadcasting, how important it is for you to be supporting this kind of programming by giving us a call at 864-1100 or our toll-free number, 800-292-9993. This is the kind of programming that is made by PBS for fundraising, and as we've been saying for the past 2 days, we've been cutting 40% of our pledging back during this festival. And typically this program would have a 15-minute break at this point, but as you can see by the clock in the corner, we're already down to 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. So that's not much time for those of you who are supporters to go over to the phone and give us a call at 864-1100 and become a new member of KQED. This kind of programming is not the sort that you would be seeing on commercial television. It was made and has been very successful. Tennessee Ernie Ford has done 2 or 3 of these kinds of programs before, and we've seen a tremendous outpour of new members coming up and financially saying, yes, KQED, we really appreciate these kinds of programs. And as a thank you gift, let me show you, 60 years in country music. This is a $50 thank you gift here for KQED. We're going to listen to some music from it a little later. We'll even get the right cut up this time. But as I said earlier, it is a 2-album set. When You're Hot by Jerry Reed, Kiss an Angel Good Morning by Charlie Pride, It's Almost Like a Song by Ronnie Millsap. Just a couple of the cuts you have the opportunity. Give us a call at 864-1100 and say, I want to pledge a membership in KQED for $50 and I'd like the 60 years of country music. I'm here with Rosemary Carroll, who's the membership director at KQED. She's got a couple more reasons that might be able to entice you to move over that telephone and get all the phones ringing in the 5 minutes before we go back to the next program.
I certainly do. The one that caught my eye here on the back, though, That was Jolene by Dolly Parton, another great song. It's a 2-record set, 4 full sides for your listening pleasure. As John said, we have cut pledging. What this means is you don't have enough time to go make yourself a cup of tea, come back, and we're still going to be here. In just a few minutes, we'll be going back to the program. So why not get your telephone now, make the telephone call, and pledge your support to this kind of broadcasting, this kind of special programming that we are so happy to bring to you. But the best way that we know that you're enjoying it is by you calling up and pledging your support. Basic membership is only $35, and the specials that we're able to bring to you each and every year are well worth a $35 membership. Use your MasterCard, use your Visa, but make sure you make the telephone call. We'll make it as simple as possible. The hardest thing you have to do is go to the phone right now. John, you were teasing us with some music.
I believe we're going to once again try to get up Blue Yodel. Charlie Moran says we've got it, and we're gonna have Jolie.
I want it, Jolie.
Okay, by Rosemary's request, we're gonna hear Jolie by Dolly Parton. Give you an opportunity to go to your phone, give us a call. We've got a goal of 125 new members during this break, and only 4 minutes to get there. So please call 864-1100, or if you have trouble, the toll-free number. Charlie Moran's going to put up the toll-free for you at 800-292-9993.
Choosing music because we certainly missed Jolene, but that was June Carter singing,
we believe,
Wildwood Flower. Awfully sorry about that. They say they're going to get it right in the back, but you can get all of it by becoming a member at the $50 level, and we can happily send this off to you. And of course, you can get it in the right groove when we want to listen to that particular song. In the meantime, the phones have been relatively busy. We'll be going back to the program, as you can see, in 1 minute, but we'll be here. So if you haven't been able to get through, or we haven't quite convinced you yet, maybe the program will. And if it does, go to the phone, dial 864-1100, and pledge your support.
Oh, that's right. And if you have trouble getting through at 864-1100, be sure to try our toll-free number. It's 800-292-9993. And both the toll-free number and the volunteers behind us are available during the whole program. As I mentioned earlier, this program was produced by PBS specifically for fundraising, and we've cut 40% of the time of that fundraising out of it to have less interruption options, more entertainment for you. And one of the ways you can say thank you is to give us a call right now and pledge your support.
And you know, John, we have a goal during the Tennessee Ernie Ford program itself of 500 new members. So your membership really does make the difference. So go to the phone, dial 864-1100, pledge your support, become a supporter and not just a viewer. We're glad to have you watch. We'll be extremely pleased if you call up and become a member. Thank you.
Take a moment now so you can go to the telephone, make a call to your station.
Do it now.
Hi, this is a wonderful program. I hope you're enjoying it. Hi, my name is Rosemary Carroll, the Director of Membership here at KQED. You'll notice the first song that they did in their medley of cities was San Francisco. So if you're here in San Francisco in Northern California and you're not yet a member of KQED, then why not heed the call and go to the telephone, dial 864-1100 and pledge your support. Basic membership is only $35 and we have categories higher than that. And we also have some very nice thank you gifts that we'll show you in just a moment. You can do it on your Visa, you can do it on your MasterCard, but the main thing is to make the commitment now and not to delay. Now more than ever, we can use that phrase, don't delay, because we are doing this festival just slightly different than we have in the past. What we did is about 3 weeks ago, we mailed out letters to people who were not yet members, asked them to join, and some 6,000 people actually sent in their checks and became members of KQED. That's towards our goal of 22,000. During this break, we're looking for 500 of you, during this program, 500 of you to call up and become members of KQED. You can get us that much closer. Your membership really does make a difference. If you go to the phone now, pledge your support, become a supporter and not just a viewer of Channel 9. We love bringing these kind of specials to you. In fact, membership dollars help to pay for this. 60% of the money that it takes to run this station comes from people like you. So if you're not a member, make the commitment now. Go and pledge. It's very easy to do. We'll keep it as simple as possible. We only need your name and your address. If you want to put it on a credit card, we'll simply take down the number. As I said, if you become a member at a slightly higher level, we do have some very nice thank you gifts, and with me in the studio is John Loder. He's the Director of Special Events, and he's been showing some great thank you gifts. John, you also added a couple.
Yes, but I think appropriate to this show is the 60 Years of Country Music, which is a 2-record album, and this is available for a $50 pledge in KQED, and they promise us that a little later we will actually hear Blue Yodel by Jimmy Rogers, but I wouldn't bet on it. And Charlie Moran will actually come out and do a little yodeling if we don't get there. The other thing that's interesting about what's new in this Pledge Festival is that we have a goal for the whole festival of 22,000 new members. When we reach the 22,000, we stop pledging. You out there, the folks who are currently viewers but not members of KQED, control the length of this Pledge Festival. The instant we get to 22,000, we'll stop. It's another reason, as Rosemary was saying, to get right to that telephone and pledge a membership, and certainly for a $50 pledge, you get this 2-album set. Or we heard a little earlier some big band music when we were trying to hear some Blue Yodel music. For $75, you can have big bands of the swinging years. This is a 4-album set, I believe, and It's got some great cuts on it. Charlie Barnett with Harlem Nocturne, and Duke Ellington, Take the A-Train, Woody Herman, Northwest Passage, Jimmy Dorsey with St. Louis Blues. Some really great hits, and we're going to have some programming coming up later, which is certainly appropriate to big bands of the swinging years, I think on Wednesday night, I believe, and we'll check that for you. We're going to be hearing some great big band sounds. But this is a $75 membership pledge. The other thing I want to remind you is that this program, as you saw with Tennessee Ernie Ford, they're referencing PBS stations, was produced specifically for pitching, and we would normally during a December festival have 15-minute breaks between these shows. That's why it's so important, as you saw, this was only a 9-minute break. It's so important for you to get to that telephone right now and give us a call at 864-1100 or our toll-free number 800-292-9993. If the records are not appropriate or as a thank you gift or something that really interests you, Rosemary has another incentive that might move you over to that telephone.
It certainly do, and I was thinking, as you said, said, it's a little bit shorter. It's condensed pitching, and that's why you're talking faster. We still want to say as much, but we just want to get it into a shorter amount of time. If you'd like to become a member at the $120 level, we have the Film Encyclopedia by Ephraim Katz. We've had this particular thank you gift for a number of years. It's extremely popular. At $120, you might want to put that on your Visa or your MasterCard at $10 a month. It's kind of a painless way to give us the $120. You get this wonderful book as your thank you gift, and we perhaps get a little bit more than you might be able to afford at one time. But the main thing really is to make the commitment now. You'll notice in the top of your screen there's a clock. That means in about 4.5 minutes we'll be going back to the program, and as John said, we have made these breaks a little shorter, and we've actually cut the entire pitching by about 40%. And the reason we've done that is we had a very successful pledge-free August. Our viewers, our members in particular, sent us enough contributions to totally cancel the pledge-free August. Now we're appealing to you, the viewers, who are not yet members of KQED. So why not make the commitment now? Your membership really does make a difference. It always has, but it makes more of a difference now because, as John said, you're really controlling the length of this pledge festival. As soon as we reach 22,000, we stop. And as we said, during this particular program, we're looking for 500 people to call up and become members. That's not unreasonable.
No, certainly not for the kind of program this is. KQED in public broadcasting certainly has a very eclectic presentation of programs. It's really something for everyone out there, whether it be the arts, the science, the nature, the children's programming. These are really special kind of shows. We only come to you 3 times a year, and we were able to cut out all of the pledging during August. We have bills just like any other company every day, and like commercial television, where they interrupt maybe every 5-7 minutes during the day or during an hour. Here we are coming to you only 3 times a year. As I say, we've already been able to cut one of those pledge festivals out totally with the thanks of our current supporters. So we're talking to you, the 6 out of 7 viewing households who are not currently members, to let's stop the pledging right now. Let's stop it right now, but only you can do that by going to your phone, getting us on the way to that 22,000 new members. We're going to try to listen to some music. We're going to listen to Blue Yodel, they tell me. Blue Yodel by Jimmy Rogers from this album, available as a $50 membership pledge, 60 Years of Country Music. Let's see if they've got the right cut this time, Charlie.
T for Texas, T for Tennessee. T for Texas, T for Tennessee. T for Thelma, that gal that made a wreck out of me.
And that was Blue Yodel with Jimmy Rogers. You see here the 60 years of country music, and this is available for a $50 membership pledge in KQED. And we certainly want to thank all of you who have been calling us at 864-1100, or you can give us a call at that 800-292-9993. We'll be going back to the program in just about 30 seconds. Also, Rosemary has a special thank you here from somebody that's been keeping us going throughout the day.
I certainly do. In fact, pledge festivals is a matter of everyone doing their part. And Haight Street Deli Deli at 1640 Haight Street donated some of their own special continental combo platters, and it was chock full of delicious deli goodies, and we've been eating those this afternoon. Thanks very much to them. They're doing their part, and now your part is going to the telephone, dialing 864-1100 and pledging your support. We're going back to the program. While you're sitting back and enjoying it, think about KQED, what it means to you, and I'm sure you'll come to the conclusion that you ought to be a member. And thank you.
And we certainly want to thank Tennessee Ernie Ford and Lee Greenwood for that marvelous rendition of God Bless the USA. And those of you who enjoyed that presentation will be going back to it just a few moments, but we'd like to ask you to take this opportunity to go to your phones, give us a call at 864-1100 and say thank you, KQED, for bringing this kind of programming to you here on your Bay Area public television station. I'm John Loder, Director of Special Events, and we'll be going back to the show Tennessee Ernie Ford's America in just about 8.5 minutes now. And this is the kind of program, this is kind of rousing, had people standing on their feet, and we hope you at home are standing up and heading over to your telephones to give us a call and say, this is the kind of programming that we've come to enjoy and expect on your public television station, KQED. Not only do we have country western music, but we have opera, we have ballet, we have symphony, we have children's programming, probably the finest children's presentations in the entire Bay Area, as well as the science programming and the arts and cultural presentations and our current affairs programs. These are just a few of the things that we bring into your home on a regular basis for over 300 days out of the year this past year, 1985, have been uninterrupted. We're asking you to go to your phone, give us a call, 864-1100, or our toll-free number, 800-292-9993. 40% of the pledging has been cut in this December festival, where we would normally have a 15-minute break in between these segments. We've cut them back to 9. We went from 2,400 minutes down to 1,400 minutes. We have a goal of 22,000 new members, and when we reach that goal of 22,000 new members in this Pledge Festival, we will stop pledging. You have told us that you like shorter breaks, you like uninterrupted Sesame Street programs. We're doing that. We have made the commitment, and now we're challenging you to please support us by saying thank you for listening to you. And a way we can say thank you in return is we have a 4-album set here, Big Bands of the Swinging Years, a $75 premium, and it's got some great cuts on it here. I see Louis Armstrong in Old Rocking Chair, Charlie Burnett and Skyliner, Count Basie, and They Can't Take That Away From Me, and Woody Herman in Caledonia, and Jimmy Dorsey, and I'm Just Wild About Harry. Just a few of the cuts. I think we're going to hear some music from this album in a little while. This is a $75 thank you gift, and we've got some other thank you gifts. Rosemary Carroll, membership director, is in the studio here with me, and hopefully she can put forth some of the thank you gifts that might entice you over to that phone. But let's remember, what we're really here for is to say thank you to KQED and supporting us for bringing quality programming into your home.
You're absolutely right, but perhaps this is the enticement that you may need to get to the telephone, and it's 60 years of country music. It's a 2-record set, and as John was saying, this is available for a $50 membership. So call up, put it on your MasterCard, put it on your Visa, and say that you would like to receive this as your thank you gift. We heard a little earlier, Blue Yodel, which is by Jimmy Rogers. I'm Moving On is Hank Snow and his Rainbow Ranch Boys. There's also Jolene by Dolly Parton, Jim Reeves, Chet Atkins, Eddie Arnold, the Carter Family, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys, Elton Britz, Sons of the Pioneers, just lots and lots. 2 records, 4 full sides for your listening pleasure, and that's available, again, for a $50 membership. If you can afford a little bit more, and you're into movies, how about the Film Encyclopedia by Ephraim Katz? And this is available for a $120 membership. Now, don't let the $120 scare you. Think about it at $10 a month on either your Visa or your MasterCard. It's kind of a painless way to give a little bit more to KQED. And again, at $10 a month, it's not such a big crunch on your pocketbook at one time. And as it says, it's the most comprehensive encyclopedia of world cinema in a single volume. I know I pull this out often at my house when there's a movie on, or there's someone in a movie and you're trying to remember what you had seen them in before, and many pages on some of the Hollywood's greatest. So why not give us a call, say that you would like to receive this as your thank you gift. But the main thing is really to make the commitment now. I mean, that's what we're asking you to do. And another thing that we always say during a festival is do it now and don't delay. But now more than ever, that's an important statement, because as John said,
$27 or $28 discount. So it almost pays you. On top of that, as of January, we're going to have discounts at bookstores and record stores and all kinds of places throughout the Bay Area. And again, your membership can come right back to not only in the programming and the presentations you hear on KQED Channel 9, 32, and KQED FM, but also in financially. It's almost beneficial for you to become a member of KQED. So go over to your phone right now, give us a call at 864-1100. If by chance the phones are busy or you'd like to make it toll-free if you're outside the 415 area code, give us a call at 800-292-9993.
You know, John, I had some out-of-town guests over the Thanksgiving weekend, and my cousin's husband was reading San Francisco Focus in the house, and when I told him that was a benefit of membership, he could not believe it. I won't say where he lives, but he lives on the East Coast, and his public television station does not offer something as hefty, as nice, and such good reading. So it's a real benefit of membership in KQED.
Well, it's certainly not just a membership magazine anymore. It really is the Bay Area magazine, and truly a benefit of becoming a member of KQED.
It certainly is. We're going to listen to a little bit of music. As you can see, in about a minute and a half, we'll be going back to the program. It's the final act. But in the meantime, let's listen to some music from the big band of the Swinging Years. Yes, and actually the vocals are done by Ella Fitzgerald, and it's "Tain't What You Do."
And with only 6 seconds left, please give us a call, 864-1100, and tell us this is the kind of programming you support. Thank you.
Tennessee Ernie Ford's America was made possible in part by this station, which depends largely on viewer contributions. Please join with your support.
Well, hello. I'm Tennessee Ernie Ford. Have you ever driven in the rain? I love that. The patter of the rain on the car roof, the slap of the windshield wipers, tires splashing through the puddles. Rainstorms make great symphonies. And this newfangled contraption is another great music maker. Listen to this. Catchy tune. That is the phone number of my local public television station. If you like good music, play the tune for your local public television station and pledge your support today. I'm going to do it.
And Tennessee Ernie Ford certainly recommends that you go over and make a pledge right now, calling us at 864-1100. That was a rousing, stirring presentation there of Tennessee Ernie Ford's America. It was produced by Public Broadcasting specifically as a fundraiser. And as we've said to you before, we normally would have had 15-minute breaks in between some of those segments. We cut it down to 9 as our way of saying thank you to those of you who are becoming members of KQED. I'm John Loder, Director of Special Events. I'm here with Rosemary Carroll, who's the Director of Membership at KQED, and we're asking you to pledge your support in your public television station, KQED. It's very easy. You give us a call at the number you see on your screen and pledge $35, $50, $100 or more, MasterCard or Visa. We have installment plans on the credit card system, $5 a month, $10 a month, $15 a month. We have some thank you gifts we'll tell you about in a few moments. But what's really important is the programming that we bring into your home 365 days a year, most of the time uninterrupted. This is is what we call our Pledge Light campaign. We had a goal of 500 new members during this Tennessee Ernie Ford program. We're up just a little over 300 at this point. We've got 200 to go before we go on to the next program, which is Nature, Man's Best Friend. Will be coming up in just about 11 and a half minutes now.